Mhm. I wanted to talk about the first girl I ever like asked out. I didn't like date. I did date her, but it was like stupid. And it was just how do I put it? It's just when you're in love, you know a girl, and she's just like I thought it was right, and I was gonna text her, and I made the first like working mistake ever, and I was like, "Yo, I love you. Do not do that. Do not say love you. Okay, I'm gonna. This is you're gonna. You're gonna trust. You're gonna have to trust me on this. It's all you're gonna have to take from this. Saying you love them is like saying I want you to be like my wife forever. Like if you feel that, yeah, say that. Like tell them how you feel. Like truly. But it's like if you're in this was high school. If you're in high school and you're asking a girl out, you really don't like if you found your soulmate in high school, I'm sorry, you like peaked in high school then. You were like the rest of your life is not gonna go very well. I'm sorry. But I texted her, I got her. Oh, tip. If you ever have a girl's like snap, but like you want her text messages to be like a little bit more intimate or something, all you gotta do, like, get her snap, then be like, yo, my parents don't want me to have snap anymore. So, can you give me your phone number so we can keep talking? And it's just like, they don't think you like the, it's just so easy. And then you can just be like, oh yeah, my parents, I could have snap still. And then you have their phone number, bro. It's just peak method. Anyway, where was I? So, I told her I loved her, and she was like, and she was still stuck up on a guy from God. So this was 2 years ago. So she was still on the guy. She was like, I think I still like. Oh, what was his name? Like, I'm gonna call him Steve. She was like, I still like Steve, and I want to marry Steve. And she was like, looked at her, and I was like, you broke up with Steve. You've talked to me for hours about how you hated Steve, and you blah blah blah. And it's like I've talked to this girl for so long, and it's like any argument she has, it's just I don't want to sound like a freaking 4chan user, but like it was just not my best experience, and it was just I fucked it up so much, and it was just like because it's like just don't say you love you because I think that like freaked her out as well. She was just like. And then, so I asked her like I was like love you, and she was like I still like this guy, and that guy like was like really bad to her, and she like texted me a bunch about it when we were just like talking and stuff, um, and she was like I hate his guts. I would never talk to him again, and it's like yeah, and I got friends into that conversation, but your boy tried again. He was like, I was like, okay, first time didn't work out. I gave it a minute. I didn't like immediately like text her a week later or like immediately ask out another girl. That's something I realized with asking girls. You can't like if you ask out a girl, you can't immediately go back to asking another girl. Like maybe this is just my experience, but like if you do that, it's like kind of a dipshit move. It's like you're not really a great guy if you do that because it's like people just don't like it when you seem like a player. I would say it's like damn, bro, you have to have two guys, two people, and you got rejected from both. Maybe it's like damn. Just like don't immediately go into your next relationship really quickly, even though it wasn't really a relationship. But anyway, I'm dawdling. She texted me back and was like, "Hey, do you want to go to a place sometime and like hang out?" And this was I hadn't texted her like a year afterwards, and she was like, "Hey, you want to go to I think it was like a new ice cream store that opened, and she was like, "Yo, you want to go to this place?" And I was like, "Sure." And I hadn't texted her at all. I had like messaged some of her friends. And she was like, "You want to go to this ice cream place?" I've repeated myself like 8 times now. She was like, "You want to go to this ice cream place?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And we went to the ice cream place, and we had a wonderful talk. And she was like, "Yeah, maybe we should do this again." And I was like, "Oh, this might be something." So I go home, I clean my room because my room always looks like shit. And I was like, "Oh, what if she like wants to come over?" And it's like that. And I was like talking to her, and it was just like, "Hey, yeah, texting her, or snapping her every night." And I was just like, it was back where we were before I asked her, and it was just like, I don't know. There's like a feeling where it's like when you're friends, it's just your friends. And then it gets a little bit more intimate when you have like, I don't know if it was a date, but like she cared a little bit more. And then I made the dumbest move that I ever did in my entire life, and I was just like, moment after I did it, I was like, don't. But I was like, I don't know. I asked her if she was still stuck up, if she still liked Ethan. Or Steve. If she still liked Steve. And she was like, no, I don't like Steve anymore. And she like answered in a way, well, she didn't say no, but she was like, I don't know. I think I was a little bit too forward with the question. She was just like, no, I don't like Steve anymore. But in a way where it's like, I'm about to pull up the text, bro, just to recite this to you. She was talking about it, and she was like, sorry, I need to do this real quick. I texted her, and I was like, hey, snapping with her. I was snapping with her, and I was like, hey, how you doing, man, blah, blah, blah. And I asked her, like, you still, with Ethan, you still like Ethan? And she was like, no, I don't like Ethan. And I was like, do you want to date? And she was like, no, she doesn't want to date. And I was just like, but like, you were giving me signals, like on the date. She was like, I even like, bro, I fucking held her hand and shit. I was like, bro, I told all my homies about it. I was like, yes, bro, this is gonna be peak. We're gonna date. And she just like left me, just saying like, I don't want to date. And I'm like, but you no longer like Steve. And she was like, yeah. And I haven't responded to that message since. And I haven't talked to her because she went to a different school. So, yep. That's my story. This game is Sulfur. I really like it. Check it out if you want to.